What's up? How y'all doing? Ah, I'm glad y'all came to see me. I am. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I am not doing a fragrance review today. I decided not to do a fragrance review. I decided to do something a little bit different. Something a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more fun. I decided to take my Guerlain, all my Guerlain fragrances, which is 9 or 10. I decided to take all of them and rank them or rate them from my least favorite to my favorite. But before I get on with my ranking, I have a few new subscribers that I wanted to mention something to. A while back, I created a fragrance Facebook group in Facebook, and I will put the link in the description if you want to check us out. It is a fragrance Facebook group called The Beauty and Art of Fragrances. So if you're interested in something like that, follow the link and send a member request. But just let everybody know it's a no drama fragrance Facebook group. So if you're into drama, it might not be for you. But everybody's like really cool. Everybody's like laid back. We're always posting like our fragrance of the day, what we're wearing that day. We're always doing that and always talking about fragrances. And it's just really fun. It's a fun environment. It's like family. As a matter of fact, I consider everybody in there sort of like my family. So if you're interested, hit us up. The link will be in the description. Now let's get with this Guerlain, my Guerlain ranking, I guess. Just let everybody know up front. Just because I have a least favorite doesn't mean that any of these are going to be really bad. It's just I like some of them better than others. So keep that in mind. As a matter of fact, my first one, I was actually really disappointed when I first got it, because this was really hyped up at the beginning of last summer, right before the summer of 2019. This was like super hyped. Everybody was talking about it. All the fragrance reviewers were like saying really good things about it. Super hyped last year, and I got it and I was very disappointed, just because of it wasn't what I was expecting. It came from Guerlain, which is one of my favorite houses. It came from Terry Wasser, which is one of my favorite perfumers, and I was just like really disappointed. L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Super disappointed. And I'll tell you why. Basically what I think this fragrance is a boring... It's just a general fragrance. There's nothing unique about it whatsoever. It's boring. It's a... Actually, let me say, I'll try to think of something good to say about it. I think it's a good, mass-pleasing, general work fragrance. How's that? But that's it. There's nothing unique, nothing special. It doesn't develop. It has a okay citrus opening, and it's just bland. There's not a lot going on in this fragrance. The funny thing is this has been discontinued. The funny thing is you could used to get this for like $30, and now it's been discontinued, and now it's on eBay for like $100, and people are buying it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can do much better than, paying that much money for a fragrance like this. You can do a ton better with actually some of these fragrances. So I would, if you can get it for like 20 or $30, it's a good work fragrance if you don't want anything special, but I wouldn't pay any more than $30 for this. Next up, And I hate to rank this so low because this is one of the most famous fragrances ever created. A lot of famous people wear this. A lot of famous people wore this. It's one of the most loved fragrances ever created. One of the most talked about fragrances ever created. And I hate to rank it where it is. But if I didn't do it like this, this wouldn't be honest. And that's all I care about is honesty. And I'll tell you why I don't like this fragrance. Let me go ahead and tell you what it is. It is Shalimar Eau de Toilette. Let me tell you why I didn't put this like any higher. It's because I think it's a good fragrance, but it doesn't fit me personally. I think there's 3 notes in this fragrance that give it an accord that doesn't sit well with me. And that's what it is. I don't think the quality is bad or the performance is bad or anything like that. It's just there's an accord in it that just doesn't fit me personally as far as my personal taste. That's why. I'm not calling it a bad fragrance or anything, but it has like a powdery animalic accord to me, which sort of turns me off in a way. And I hate to give it a low score, I really do, but I got to be honest. And this is actually the oldest Guerlain that I have in my collection. This was actually launched, if I can remember correctly, I think this was launched in 1925. But I'm actually glad I have it in my collection. I really do. But it just doesn't fit me personally. Next up I want to talk about is the first Guerlain fragrance that I got when I first joined the fragrance community in 2018. I think it was June. And the first Guerlain I ever got when I joined Fragcom, and I was like, I smelled this and I was like, I like this. This is sort of what turned me on to Guerlain. It's called Habit Rouge Low. A lot different from regular Habit Rouge. This is a very sophisticated, mature, cold weather fragrance. As a matter of fact, the reason I didn't rank this any higher is because of versatility issue. I think this is more of a suit and tie and cold weather fragrance, but a great fragrance. Another fragrance that has some versatility issues that I really like a lot is Guerlain Homme Le Boise. I thought this was discontinued at one time, but I don't think it is. I think they repackaged this, and but I think you can actually still get this. This is a really, really good boozy lime summer fragrance that has really nice clean vetiver in it. As a matter of fact, a lot of fragrances that I wear sort of, I don't know, puts like pictures in my head. Every time that I wear this, it makes me feel like I'm like on like a beach in Mexico or something, drinking like a margarita, because it's like a really boozy lime fragrance, but really good. Another L'Homme Ideal fragrance from the Guerlain line, which really, really surprised me a lot when I first got this. This is like 3 times as good as the L'Homme Ideal cologne as far as I'm concerned. L'Homme Ideal Sport. This has a lot more going on than the L'Homme Ideal cologne. It's better performance, believe it or not. Has a lot more going on. It has like a aquatic accord. It has some really beautiful spices. Has like a little bite to it. Much, much better. I really, really like this one. Good summer fragrance. Next up, I would like to put this in my top 3, but I can't do it, and I'll tell you why. This is Heritage Eau de Toilette by Guerlain. The reason I didn't rank this any higher is because in the opening, and in the mid, it has a sweetness to it. And the sweetness is just a little bit too much for me. And the type of sweetness it is more of a synthetic sweetness to me personally than a natural sweetness. So that's one of the reasons I rank this not in my top 3. This is another very, very famous Guerlain, which I really like. It's just that sweetness that I don't care for that much. Now we're in my top 3. Another L'Homme Ideal, another one. This is the original L'Homme Ideal Eau de Toilette. This is the original L'Homme Ideal. This is the one that started all the flankers. This is in my top 3. This is my third one in my top 3. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Even the presentation, even the bottle is like gorgeous as far as I'm concerned. The color, everything. But the smell, it has that Guerlain DNA, that almond, that really nice almond. I always thought this as almost like an amaretto accord in it, but just really, really beautiful. I think the versatility is excellent. I think it's year-round. I think it's very unisex. The smell in general is great. The performance is great. So it made it in my top 3. My top 2. Now this is a Guerlain a lot of people are not familiar with. Excuse me. Is called Mon Habit Rouge Talé sur Mesure. Basically what this is Habit Rouge Eau de Toilette, but in a limited edition bottle. It has a long fancy name, but basically what's in the bottle is Habit Rouge Eau de Toilette. Probably the most complex of any of these. Yeah, it develops better than any other fragrance. It's the most complex. Very elegant. The smell in general is like almost the best. Not quite as good as my first one, but overall it's just like it does everything very well. So my favorite Guerlain, which now some of y'all probably already know because I haven't mentioned it yet. The reason this is my favorite is because of one reason. It's not because of performance or versatility or anything. It's for one main reason. The smell. Just in general, the smell is the best out of anything in any of my Guerlains. Vetiver Eau de Toilette by Guerlain. The smell alone is why this is my number 1 fragrance. Blows everything else out of the water as far as I'm concerned. If I had a signature scent, this would be in my top 3 signature scents of any fragrance of anything in my entire collection, which is, I don't know, 250 fragrances. This would be in my top 3 signature scents. Something that I would want to wear all the time. It's that good. So anyway, that's it for my my Guerlain list of my least favorite to my favorite. I didn't go into detail about any of these really. So if you want to know a little bit more about a specific fragrance or fragrances, just ask me a question in the comment section and I'll get back to you and I'll try to answer your question. That's my list, and yeah, I hated to rank some of these where I did, but that's just, like I said, that was an honest thing. That's how I felt. So anyway, I love you guys, and I hope this was fun for y'all. It was actually fun for me too. Anyway, I will be back. One of my friends, Ricky Owen, he is a fragrance reviewer. He gave me a tag, so I have to start working on that tag. Thank you, Ricky. And there's another fragrance topic I wanted to do a video on that I need to start working on, so I'll be back in a few days. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope this was fun. It was actually fun for me. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.